Good morning. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm the Blind Gaming Guy, and this is my Escape from Mars playthrough. Yesterday, good grief, I like to say last week for some reason. But yesterday, we finished our tunnel. We built our couple of cranes. One failed miserably. And we trucked out our first hydrogen engine. Which leaves us a problem. We don't have anywhere to put it. So, today, that's where we're going to start. Building the last big vehicle we are going to build on Escape from Mars. Our escape vessel. I need a rotor. And it's still colored from round and round, so we'll do that. Alright. And we're off. I am not in creative, am I? No, okay. So I just randomly had those parts on me. Now, we're going to turn that horizontal. Figure out which direction horizontal is. Not that way. It's about 10 degrees. The ground is not horizontal. But I think we should make it horizontal to the ground, so let's go another 10 degrees or so. Yeah, I know, that was only 5. That's close enough. Now this vehicle is going to have to drive. And it's no way it can be that close to the ramp. Alright. One, two, it's 3 by 3. So let's come out, I don't know, about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go on, I forgot. I used up one of them. There we go. Gives us our... Well, I just want that to be that end. So, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. So we don't want those. We don't want those. There you go. That's where we're going to lay that. And we will end up using a well pad. But, we have to figure out how we're going to move this yet. So, we get to see another attempt at building a crane. Which, if you joined us last time, you know my first attempt failed absolutely miserably. And almost cost me this thruster in its entirety. So, yeah. There we go. Now I don't hit anything when I'm moving it with the crane. And I can go ahead and put it on the outside. Whatever crane we use has to be tall enough to move stuff on the inside of the vehicle as well as the out. I don't need to weld these up, but they're going to hold my crane up, so yeah, I'm welding them up. Okay. Okay, the train does that too, so it's fine. I actually think we'll use a rotor for our base here. That's fairly realistic to real-world cranes as well. They can twist first for reaching. Okay. We want a hinge next. And on top of the hinge, we're going to use a piston. That will attack me. Unlike the ones below, this is a very localized crane. It doesn't have to have a huge reach. At least not yet. Okay, we'll go with the second piston here. And while we're down here, let's take care of our H2 and oxygen. Both are about to run out. There we go. I don't have to worry about either one. Alright. Then we're going to need a pair of hinges.
Energy low.
And a rotor. And I did not do that right. I thought I'd screwed up once they didn't move. Alright, let's get some energy. So, how is your day going? Everyone having a good day today? I hope so. Good morning to you as well, Tom. Alright. Let's get this welded up, which apparently I could have sworn it told me I had all the parts. Let's go get more parts. Is it because of room? Let's hope I double clicked and that's because of room. Yeah, it looks like it is inventory space. That's the issue. And then my rotor. No. I had a large steel tubes. The ones I have are all down bottom, aren't they? Oh. Yeah, they're down in the small cargo container. Down at the bottom. Alright, production. What do you think? Let's make enough room. There we go. Now it won't be an issue. Given the fragility of rotor parts, having that welded up is probably a good idea. And do that damaged. A mag plate. Alright. We are ready to try this thing. And actually, we can do this, which will help a lot. It was hidden, that's why it was hard to find. Eesh. Well, that's close. We have to be careful with that. Or I can just do that. Now I don't have to be careful with it. Look, I've got a few of the buffs again. And I was in no way consistent. That's all the way at 90 then. Eee. Alright, let's start by extending this one then. I'm just going to reverse it. Get the full reach. Yes, I did that on purpose. Now, let's lower you. Let's lower you. And we can lower you a bit further. In fact, I know I can lower it a bit further. Then we have to extend you out. Dang it. You'd think I figured that out by now. I do it all the time though, don't I? Alright. We do need to come down again. So I guess we'll take it the rest of the way down. Now, we're going to need to move this one. That direction. Extend you a bit further. There we go. And now, we're going to swing this into it. Gently. Okay. Now, everything should be in the right spot. We grind this one off. There we go. Now, lift with this first by going positive. There we go. Now let's rotate it. Back positive. Ooh. Okay, we do have some space, but we have to come up. Actually, based off what I just saw, we need to go out. Not up. fact that out will also do up is, you know, moot in this case. There, we got pretty close. Swing it in. We stop it. Take a look at where we're going to end up. It's the right one to move. I think we're going to want to use this one next.
Energy low.
Energy low. Energy low. She likes to gripe at me for my energy all the time. Well, and power. And, well, I just don't think she likes the way I would do things. Definitely need to do a little bit more rotating. There you go. It's going to be this one to bring it closer to right. Swing it further over. Wrong way. We want it to line up with that one. Okay, velocity. Us into contact. It's alright, we need to move it this direction anyway, so we'll just raise this one up. Again, you would think by now I would figure out not to do that. But no. Same mistake. Same exact mistake. Now it's twisted that way, so... Ooh. I actually can't raise it that direction anymore. It's already at 90. Sorry for whacking that. Means we kind of need to go to the other side. So let's do this. Which we're gonna have trouble with that because we don't have enough hinges for that either. Not really. I didn't put enough hinges on my crane. Well, let's hope. I need to set all these things to 0. So when I right click, it automatically sends them to 0. And another good thing about doing this, we're almost lined up for this side. Come on, pop over the edge. Okay, it did. Ooh. Wasn't too worried about that because if something was going to break, it was going to be the unfinished block. So, you know, not that scary. Because the only block that's here that I really care about is that thruster. Because we can't replace it. And when you can't replace something, it really becomes valuable. Alright, using this hinge. So come a little bit further with that hinge even. There we go. That looks pretty straight. We need to go... Right up there, I think. That looks pretty good. And let's extend this one out. Yeah, I think we can make this work perfectly. Okay, let's put some weld plates down. Weld plates are a part of the advanced welding mod. I haven't said that before. They're an alternative to the in-game merge plates, the vanilla merge blocks. The advantage is you don't have to get things a block apart. See, if I was using the merge blocks, I'd have to put a merge block back here and put them together. But using well plates, I can just get them close enough to actually touch, and voila. Alright, we are a little bit off. We have a little bit of room here. Let's go ahead and go out. And then let's lower this one back out. And like that, we're connected. The first thruster is on. Ooh, it's further apart than I meant for it to be. I don't care. Auto lock off, then switch lock. Actually, let's do this first. There we go. And there we go. The crane is left alone for now. Now, we just need to repeat the process on the other side. But before we do that, we gotta go down bottom and get another thruster. Well, let's take care of a fuel low issue first.
Fuel critical. Energy low.
I'll take care of fuel and oxygen. Energy will take care of itself. Really? And energy will take care of itself as we drive this guy back. So, I guess we're going to back down. What the hell? Because there's nowhere up here to turn around. I didn't think about that, did I? Everything is geared for coming up, not down. There we go. It's a really long way to back something up. A really, really long way to back something up. Alright, looks like we're coming to the opened up area for turning around. Here we are. Okay. Finish your turn. I want to go down the hill. Like, go down the hill forward, though. There we go. I said, let me by. This is the corner we had trouble with on the way up, too, though, so. It's going to be a pain. Deal with it. I waited too long to turn there. You know what? Get rid of some stalactites in the turn. Not gonna hurt nothing. Okay, here it's just a matter of making sure we don't go too fast. Which is definitely an issue at this steep of an angle. I just feel like I should be on just to knock any more roof off that gets in the way. I know I drove out here, but geez, that feels tight. Blew a big hole in that with the drills. Really? I must just seriously be cornering late this trip. There you go. Here again, cornered late. And this time I may have to back up because that's the downhill right there. Okay. Now we just keep from driving 70 miles or 70 meters per second going downhill.
Delivery X5398, ETA 35 minutes.
we're close enough now that the iguana down there powered up. I hit something. The ceiling. I hit a stalactite. Ooh, what is causing that? That was weird. And I forgot to back out. So let's go back in here and turn around in our big turnaround area. Well, we made this particular cavern so big. So I could do precisely this. Oh, that was good. I thought I was going to have a multiple backup try here, but that just went in smooth. Look at that. Like a glove. And I even lined up my connector. Now, we continue to disassemble the unaided, if effective,
Inventory full.
crane. And start building a new crane. Hopefully this time we won't destroy what we're trying to salvage.
Inventory full.
Alright. Obviously, all of this is unnecessary. It was just for me for measuring purposes. Like that. Okay. So. Oh, we had great success with the piston we built up top, but this piston, or the crane we built up top, but none with the one we built down here last time. So how do we want to do this? Tom, 1 down, 20 to go. Yes. Yes, 1 down. Actually, I think there's more than 20 because there's 3 more on top. One, two, three. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight, 9, 10. As many as 11 on the bottom. 4 on the front. So 4 and 4 is 8, and 11 is 19. 20, 21, 22. 23, 24, 25. There are 26 small thrusters and 1 large thruster, because here's the 26 small thruster. Small thruster. Good grief. My mouth will work. So that gives us 23 small thrusters and 1 large thruster to move. Everything's on a different plane. Ugh, that's probably what's the hardest about this, is trying to figure out how to get stuff. The other thing is, this is a long craft. Being able to reach all the way to the front end is just not really feasible. But let's focus on the big one. Big ones are the ones are absolutely required. If we can get both of these out, we get off this planet. Even if that means doing some really dicey stuff that we really don't want to have to do. Because going to space with a single direction of thrust is really not fun. And everybody who watches gets really dizzy. Alright, let's try doing it from here. We need a rotor right there. This rotor is going to be immediately connected to a hinge. One, two, three, 4. Which is immediately going to be connected to a second hinge. Which then goes into a piston. which then goes into another piston. Apparently I'm low on steel plate in my inventory. I can fix that though. Okay. Now, again, a pair of hinges. This should stop the problem we had up top. Yeah, we did that one. We did that one. We did that one. Where we could only bend to 90. This way gives us a full 180. And again, set everything to 0. And we should probably go through and do inertia tensors while we're thinking about it. Ooh, not that one, not that one. Makes it weigh the same as the whole planet. We don't want that. I hope that was a unknown signal. And finally, share inertia tensor.
Energy
Okay.
critical.
Oh, leave me alone. I was busy. And I can't pass bottles through because this only has small connectors. Which means I have to get out and get more hydrogen. Alright. I have no steel plate. There you go.
Tower reports convoy arrived.
Put a couple of these on. And then hinges. One going that way, one going that way. And a rotor that way. A block for durability. And a mag plate to grab things with. Alright. Let's work our way through. Like that. Nope, gotta go way further. Not even halfway there. Nope, further. That should get us pretty close, actually. Bring this back out close to 0. And actually on this one, let's let it dangle. So many options, so many options. I think we'll lower this one first. Okay. You are for sure going to have to go this way a lot more. Probably can get a hold of it just with this then. An awkward as heck way of grabbing it, but I ought to be able to grab it. Okay. It's doing the wrong thing. Hold on. There. Hopefully that released most of the pressure. Well, that's not what I meant to do. I was trying to make sure I had lots of clearance, but, you know, instead I cut the wrong thing and now I'm stuck. That one's part of what's holding it on. All right. Fortunately, with that one off, it absorbed all of the tension. Now then, let's lift it back up.
Energy low.
How did that explode? Remember what I said about it can't do that? I guess we have to do a reload. Oh. Before it's too late. I still haven't figured out what caused that. But, you know. Maybe I'll raise it with the other hinge next time, maybe? Maybe I'll buy it. Maybe I'll keep it from doing. Tom says, that sucks, you caught it on the side. On the side of what? The side of the ship? The side of the thruster? I guess either one's possible. Bottom line is... Well, that was a dumb time for the save game. Seriously. Oh, heaven's sake. See, this is why everything should default to 0. Jeez Louise, I did it again. Zero. There. Velocity increase. Wait for it to turn green. There we go. Of course. Can you please make everything default to 0 velocity for me? Please. Oh. For heaven's sake. This time I half ground it down on accident. Fortunately, it's in a really easy spot to fix. Unfortunately, I still feel like a moron for having done it. I said, I already had it in the right
Energy
spot to do it.
low.
Come back!
Inventory full.
Alright, I need to recharge my battery. I swear, sometimes I'm about as dumb as a bucket of rocks. Literally, the most valuable thing down here, and I have blown it up and ground it in the last 2.5 seconds. Let's check, make sure if the tall man is right. We don't risk doing that again. Hold out into the middle of the cavern. Twelve, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. Alright, let's see what kind of wizardry we're going to do to make it sit on the truck. 'Cause that is our next fun. This doesn't look like it's going to take much. Whatever, close enough. Not at 0, but, you know. This thruster, which I cannot rebuild, is kind of in the wrong spot for this. Okay, I want that one. That was a blind thing. In case you were wondering, it's on the wrong one. Oh, I was on the right one. We have lots of articulation on this crane, so we should be able to get this the way I want it. If I don't do that, don't do that, stop! Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way! Ah! Okay. Now we actually have to turn you on, because I'm going to be using you this time. Because we can't just let it dangle this time. We'll use the second hinge here to bring it down. And by the same token, bring it back up with this hinge. There we go. And repeat. Being too close to those drills doesn't bother me at all, because I can cut them off. Getting too close to the bottom of the thing does. Okay, so we were actually touching it there. Okay. Wrong direction, wrong direction, wrong direction every time. Why do I always go in the wrong direction, Clementine? Sorry. You haven't figured out by now, music seems to run in my head for whatever reason. I mean, I know somebody who the music runs in his head a lot louder than mine does. But music is definitely something that comes out of me on its own. Alright, that looks like a good spot. Now if we extend this one slowly. Look, and no signal came down. Let's slap a mag plate on. And continue to ever so slowly lower this down. Release that lock. Really? I said auto lock off. And as usual, I have forgotten to turn off my cell phone's noisemakers. Okay. Now we turn this thing to get it out of the way. Like that. Go turn you back off so you just kind of dangle. I'll let you dangle too, because why not? There we go. We will come back down for the smalls after we truck this guy up top and get him attached. Now if we use detach mode, there we go. That way we don't accidentally bust it when we get up top. Hopefully. Okay.
Energy low.
Well, energy can be low. I'm getting ready to get in my cockpit where my energy will be fine. So will my oxygen. Well, I put that right behind the cockpit. Messing with third-person view, something fierce. And up we go. 2 more thrusters for our Escape vessel. I did learn something right there with grabby hands. The small thrusters are movable with grabby hands. Which means cutting them free and moving them is going to be far simpler. Because I can just grab them. That'll make life way easier. Yeah, just punched a bigger hole in the shield. And up we go. I could try turning around and backing up, but backing up that whole thing with the thruster on board. It's terrorizing enough coming down with nothing on board. I think we'll just drive up straight. Yeah, I think that will be my plan. We're just going to drive up. Alright. We're going to turn you guys off now. Because here it's just a straight drive up. And we are almost there. And done. Okay. Well, after we learn that about these, let's get rid of that. Grab you by center of mass, hopefully. There we go. And we will bring you over here and kind of just set you right here. Because that's way easier. Alright. Next up. Grabbing another thruster. Stop. Nope, got further to go. And let's raise you this direction. I still think I want you to hang free, so turn you off. I don't know if you can grab the dead center of that bottom, but that would be the really most convenient spot for me to be able to grab. I mean, it really would be the most convenient spot to grab. So we're going to try it. See if you can grab the open air in the center of the piston, or center of the thruster's butt. Sorry, the thruster's cone. Exhaust port. Or however you want to phrase it. The hot part. Of course. Okay. So no. You cannot grab onto the center of the exhaust port. It was worth trying. Okay, then let's bend you up 90 degrees the other way. There we go. Turn you on and bring you back out to basically 0. Twenty, 10, 5. Close enough this time. Alright, now where are we at with the tip of that? It's going to hit it if I go straight down. So we need to bring it over some. Close it like that. Bring you down. As low as you can go. You're going to have to come down some. Probably further. There you go. Velocity. hit 10, so it's not going to matter. Alright, actually... trying to decide which one to move first. Because we have to move both of these. There is no good way to line this up the way I want it to. This crane does not have the ability to reach around to where I need it to. Disadvantages of doing a simpler crane. Alright then, I guess we'll just swing it over because we're about as much as we're going to get. Alright. Okay, it looks like it's connected to the right thing. The moment I did that, it fell and it is no longer connected to anything. And it's slowly sliding away from me. Oh, auto lock was off, that's why. Okay. That is not the best connection point to be connected to, but it is where this crane could reach. So we will deal with it. It's at 84, so we need to go negative to lift it up. And we need to go positive to spin around. Oh, I saw that swinging all the way around and smashing the other one. Let's go up a little bit. I said a little bit, and I went a lot of bit because it was messed up. Alright, who cares? Alright. What do I have to get this where it's basically facing the right direction now? Because therein lies my current issue with how I had to grab it. Velocity. The advantage I do have is this rotor. I was thoughtful enough to give myself a rotor to use.
Energy
So that I could give myself a chance to do this. And now while we're in here, let's grab some flight juice. Apparently some breathing air too, good grief. Okay. Now then, if I bring you forward. Alright. Now we're moving in the right general direction. I'm going to want to move with this one first. See, we're actually really getting close to level there. I mean, level's not exactly at the spot we're looking for, but we're not far off. Okay. You just go to my right a little. Not my left, my right. I might just be getting close with this somehow. Just gotta put these on. Oops, fell off. Oh, good grief. Okay. This one will buy me some room, or some extension, as we bring it closer. So let's start with it. So I have them set up, they both will push me out. One will push me up, and one will push me down. The way I need it to twist, I don't know if... No, that'll turn it, not twist it. I actually don't have the particular articulation I need for that particular direction. If I do it this way... and then twist it, where do we end up?
low health.
Ow! I took a chunk of my health. I guess we're gonna heal up. Alright, Ice. Go bother somebody else. I's busy. What did I do? I can't tell that I accomplished anything with the twist department. I don't think I did. It's almost like I need a second rotor going the other direction to get that particular twist. So... let's bring it over this way.
Health critical.
Ouch. Well, at least that time it's my fault. Ran smack into the thruster. Yes, yes, a faceplant, Tom. Yes, I saw. Looks like the stream quality is better with less lag today, which may mean I figured out what was causing the problem. It may have been caused by a setting variance between the two, between my gaming PC and my streaming PC. I still can't figure out what is causing that whistle on Twitch, because I don't have that issue on YouTube. I actually think I can adjust that one. Oh wait, I need to go to the other one. Let's try giving it just a little bit more push with this one. Give it a little bit more. Let's see just how close it is. Close enough. Because it is now apart. Oh. And since we can move those other ones by hand, we won't need this anymore.
5298,
Which means we can just disassemble the crane. Which means that particular stressor is gone. Thank the Lord. "23 small thrusters. At least one of which has to be repaired. But the good news is we can actually put a little bit of shape into our escape vessel. Maybe get some wheels on it. I know, wheels on something I'm going to fly to space. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense until you realize that it has to get from here to the yeah, that place. The ice mine. It has to get from here to the ice mine before it can get off the planet. Really? Well, that's just dumb. If I fly, I can't lift it. If I walk, I can. Alright, hold on a second. You gotta make a ramp. There is one other thing I may crane off of downstairs, though. I have no cargo on my thing. And I'll just build a small cargo or something on it. See, I can lift it. As long as I don't. Jetpack. And now I have my second thruster on it. Yay! My first side thruster. Ugh. Actually, I think that'd be a neat way to do it. Just have thruster beams down the back. 2 there, 2 there, 4 there. And then do the front with... Yeah. Any conveyors.
Energy low.
Oh, leave me alone. I'm trying to build. She doesn't like it when I build. She always interrupts me. Alright, not that. Alright. We'll do 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2. 2. This is where the thrusters for the... These are where all my maneuvering thrusters are going to go. Actually, I forgot a couple right there. But it's not going to let me do those yet. One, 2 there. So, now see, the idea is to only do the front 2s. The front 2 conveyors on the top and bottom here. They'll give me 4 small thrusters up, 4 small thrusters down, 4 small thrusters on either side. And then I'll be able to build out the vehicle with my remaining thrusters on the front. Oh. So, things we're going to need for sure. Let's go ahead and start putting some stuff in here. For sure, we are going to need H2O2s. And a bunch. Oh no, that was HT. That was what I wanted. There we go. That's going to allow us to convert ice to H2O2 quickly. Then we're going to need a way to store the H2O. The H2. Gee. We need some hydrogen tanks. Next, I don't want to put them there. I want to bring them in one. Changed my mind. There we go. These things are huge. I'm going to have to make more steel tubes to be able to do this. And apparently more construction components, looks like. Just 39 small or large steel tubes. Production. Yeah, let's go enough to make sure we have enough for all of this. The goal here, or the final thing here, will be an oxygen tank. Ooh, and we probably should put an engine on it. Pair of them, top and bottom. G. Oxygen tank. Except for we don't have a good spot to put the hydrogen tank. Or hydrogen engines, I mean. Back there that far, but I don't want them that far back. I can put them right there. Okay, right there will work. Forgot I ditched everything. Plug in the hydrogen engine. And do I right click it? No. Can't remember how to do that. In here. Middle mouse, okay. Hopefully I didn't grab the small version of those. But if I did, I'll fix it. We'll just build it till I run out, or till it tells me I'm out.
Low.
Yes, like that. Like that. And let's go get energy. Large steel tubes, small steel tubes. Production. Binds to 100 and 200. Man, my stream quality is reading excellent today. It looks good on my second monitor too. I seem to have figured out how to fix the stream quality issue. Hopefully the whistle got fixed too. I'll find out when I watch this. I put an assembler next to the, or off the end of the oxygen tank. That way I have an assembler. Then we're going to need cargo. A lot of it, considering we have 2 large cargo containers that have stuff in them. And quite a bit of stuff down below to grind yet. Alright. Power cells. Production. Because we're going to need a bunch of these. So we need to put batteries in this thing. Even with hydrogen engines in it, it's going to need batteries. Alright, pop back out, grab everything, and go put it together. Okay. Our engineering section is coming together quite nicely. Gee. Assembler. If I was going to put it off to the side, I would use the pretty one. But I'm going to put it right here, so I won't need the pretty one. There we go. We'll slap you right there. I actually have a really good spot for storage. So let's get a cargo. Yeah, we can use the 2 large ones. We can use the industrials for this. 1, 2. There we go. 2 large cargoes. How can I build planar entry? I swear Build Planner is frustrating sometimes. Excuse me. Okay. That gives us
Tower reports convoy arrived safely.
all of that. Now let's give it some small battery, or some batteries. Because it needs some batteries. I want it to be up here on the walkway area. I blocked the engine if I put it there, so I want it to be right here. I want a full catwalk. You want the steel ones or the graded ones? We'll use graded catwalks. Yes, I want that one. Steel tubes. Well, it should be enough to get several of them placed. There we go. All steel tubes. $156 downstairs somewhere. Downstairs. I mean, technically true. That's a long ramp. Alright. Check I have the numbers going in the right direction. I actually only realized these things had numbers on them. What? Yesterday? Realized there was actually a visible right and wrong way. I have literally thousands of hours in this game. And did not know that because my eyes are so bad. I need 113 power cells left more. Alright, while those manufacture, let's go down and cut some up and get see if we can't retrieve a few more thrusters. Next, before we do that, since we will be dealing only with small stuff from here on out, let's get rid of some of this excess crash fodder.
Energy low.
Yes, stone. Oh. Scrap. Oh, I know what from. I didn't know drills collected scrap. Makes you wonder if you put a planet together with like scrap metal as part of its makeup,
Energy critical.
like so much trash has been disposed of that it formed its own moon kind of thing. Which would kind of be cool. I wonder if I could find a modder who's willing to help me do that. I have no idea if it could be done. But if drills could collect scrap metal... Two-wheel tech does not hear a whistle. Awesome! That's great to hear, Two-wheel. Thank you for telling me. And I do have something that needs to be banned. Forgive me for not catching that sooner. In case you've already left. Let me actually type that out for you. I very much appreciate hearing that I have fixed the whistle in the background. That's awesome. Apparently it was all in a settings conflict between my game PC and my stream PC. There. Disassemble this drill. Disassemble the drill. Why won't that let me in there? Hey, come on. Thank you. Ow. So when it's too far away, I can't even get to it that way. Okay, fix that. Grind our way through. And we can go salvage the rest of those thrusters. We should put another set of headlights on. But other than that, which we can do real fast, just do this. Where did I put that one? So 1, 2, there. Of course, by now, those power cells may be ready to go. There we go. All components successful. Well, that should fix out our engineering section. That will be a nice... It's actually pretty. We can walk back here and go, ooh, look. There'll be a wall right here. Might even decorate it out back here. I'm not sure yet. Alright, let's take the flatbed down now. That way those batteries can charge up. We can just kind of glide down the hill. No, I am not going all the way down the hill backwards. Just this first section. I don't even want to know how much trouble I'd have going through the whole thing backwards. But enough problems doing it going forward. Alright, and away we go. Wrong button, wrong button! No, 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 no! I was trying to change my view and dang it, that was bad. Trying to do that. Ah, poo. Too close. Come on, let me off of it. Alright, we turn this corner. Well, that's a little freaky driving this in first person view, isn't it? We don't want to hit that at flying speeds. And that's why. Wait, I saw something bouncing loose. I thought I saw a piece of the wall loose and bouncing. Maybe I did and I just knocked it to pieces? I don't know. Alright, continuing on. We're not making that corner. There we go. Nothing like driving down a tunnel that you drilled into the wall. I truly had never drilled anything this large before. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. Whew, it took forever. This is my turnaround point, isn't it? Yep. Which means I need to change viewpoints, because... yeah. I don't know that you could do this in first-person view. Not without, like, putting some serious markations on the wall where you need to line yourself up from. Probably the way to do it would probably be put a second cockpit on the rear and just drive it from there. Oops, too hard and not lined up this time. There we go. I've been locking it down here so that I can charge my batteries up. Alright, now, to salvage the small thrusters. There we go. I don't care that I'm going to grind you out. You're in my way. Lay down flat.
Inventory full.
Convoy dispatched. Delivery 23380. ETA.
This is just knocking these bumps out so I can walk rather than fly and not have to deal with the hydrogen low every 2.5 seconds. An elite welder. No, those are gyroscopes. They're just in the way then. Okay. Every one of these solid conveyors has a thruster attached to it. Okay, so that's not a thruster. But let's go ahead and weld up the busted thrusters while we're here. Turn on the welder. Why didn't it finish it? Metal grids. We out of metal grids down here? I'm out of metal grids down here. Let me check over here, see if there's any in this little box. Large steel tubes, small steel tubes. No grids. I know, I have stuff all over the place. So, I guess that means I will go up top. Let's see. That means 8 steel tubes. I just dumped a bunch of steel tubes, large steel tubes in. Yeah, 70 large steel tubes. That is connected. I mean, I can see that I'm out of... Oh, that's why. It says, what do you want me to do? You didn't connect me. I will have to go up top to get middle grids. But everything else should be in there. Why aren't the large steel tubes coming in? Well, that should be working. Why is that not working? Why did it just stick them right back? Is there a sorter I missed? I don't see any sorters. No, it's a solid connection. It's got to be the welder. Let's just make the welder update. Alright, now. Ah, heck. I know I have to go up top and get metal grids, so I'll go do that as soon as I do this, before I mess with anything else. Each one of these is only 8 metal grids, so... There, it worked. Well, this one's showing it's short on construction components too. Are we low on construction components down here? No, I don't understand why it does stuff like that. Let's go out the elevator. It's probably the fastest way. Oh, good grief. Alright. GRID. See? I have tons of grids. $200 grids is more than I need to get back up here. Or to get all those off. I mean, 200 grids is more than I need to rebuild all of them. Because it's only 184 to rebuild every single thruster down here. And yes, I did that in my head. 23 times 8. 8 times 2 is 16, so that's 160. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 160 equals 184. I don't understand why I couldn't walk right there, but, you know. Alright, the welder is going nuts! Yay! That's what we wanted. Go nuts. Where's my next one? It's busted right here. Not that. That. Alright, what else? Do we have any other busted ones? Don't see any others on there. Don't see any busted ones here. All across the top are... 3 across the top are fine. And the ones on the bottom are now all welded up. Alright. So provided I don't grind any more of my thrusters, all of our thrusters are now welded up. Serious salvaging time. G-C-A-R-G. Let's slap down some cargo containers. If I can figure out where the heck... Ah! Get so disoriented flying sometimes. Throw a few cargo containers on here. Yeah, it'd be best if I can stand them that direction. Five of these ought to be plenty. I don't like that I put them all the way at the very back, but hey, you know. Do what you do. Oh my gosh, I've already ran over 30 minutes today. This is what happens when everything is going right and you're having fun. Well, we are going to end it here. We've got our 2 big thrusters already up top, and all that's left is to salvage the littles. I will see you Monday next week to continue our adventures in Escape from Mars. As always, I am the Blind Gaming Guy. Thank you for joining me today, and I will be on YouTube in about 30 minutes until about probably right at 4 today, given how late it is. On my Round and Round We Go stream. Like I said, I'll be back Monday next week, which is not my normal day, but I have doctor's appointments on Thursday, so it's where I gotta go. See you next time for some more Space Engineers Chaos. What? I was trying to do something. It didn't work.